So in this video I will talk about Demonic Pact League for Old School RuneScape, and first I want to start with explaining what type of the player I am, so it will be easier to understand where my feedback is coming from. So I am pretty casual player, I think. I like chill method of trainings, the things when I can eat and watch YouTube while playing. Sometimes I will play on 2 accounts at once, like when one is doing the Slayer and one is doing the quests. And really that is the maximum efficiency that I enjoy for the game. I don't do any tick manipulation trainings, and I don't feel like I would ever want to do it. I just like to click on the monster, wait it for die, and pick up the loot. My favorite skill is rune crafting. I just like repetitive action of running to the altar, seeing my runes going up and my pure essence going down. It's something that really motivates me in the game. And my last favorite skill in the game will be thieving. I just hate getting stunned and not being able to do anything. It is so random and it is just break the flow of the game. And when it's come to combat, I don't do bossing. I am just a normal PvM player for training Slayer and killing monster for money. This is what I enjoy. So let's talk about the league experience. So actually I took a long break from Old School RuneScape before the league, but as soon as I heard that there is new league, I know that I will be playing it. I really like doing tasks, I like the progression, I like the fact that you need to pick the regions and the relics, and it is big fun for me. And I had great time playing it. I was hooked up playing on my commute to work, I even doing some AFK training while in gym. So really it was great time. So my regions were Wilderness, Current and Kandarin, and the relics I took, it was Barbarian, Woodsman, the Map, Butler, Thieving relic, Slayer relic. I then reloaded to Clues, and for my final relic I took a minion. And I am finished the league at the Rune rank, my best rank so far. Before my best rank was Adamant. I do not plan to go for Adamant, I just got burnout from the league after 5 weeks. And my main goal for the league was to get a maxed total, also for the first time in the league, and I did it. I am very happy with my progress and what I achieved this league. Okay, so let's talk about the task system for the league. I am more of the skiller player than a PvM player, and I felt like there were more combat tasks than the skilling one. There are also a lot of kill X amount of monsters, like kill 150 shamans or kill over 100 Wandovis. For me, it is just not appealing task. I didn't want to do them, especially since the most relics are skill focused until the last combat tier. Yes, so you are really pushed into making combat tasks at the end. Even if there's something I would like to do, like to get a break from the skilling, I am still forced to do, not forced, but I feel like I should do the skilling tasks first for the biggest efficiency. And really just doing tasks for combat is just you have in your back of your head, just more efficient later. So in the start of the league, you are still doing or only doing the skilling task, trying to get all the relics. And really, I think it is not very good design. So my favorite tasks, I had 4, I think, this league. My first favorite task was cook 25 meat pies. I really love multi-step tasks, like gathering resources, then you process them, and then you combine them. I think it felt really like RuneScape to me. It is similar to making Zamorak wines when I had to do a minigame, then plant the seeds, then make wines, and there's a chains of tasks or actions that you have to do are really appealing to me. So the second favorite task I think was making 20 stamina potions. I really liked that I had to figure a way to find mushrooms for the potions that I never did in the main game before. And not many players did this task in the league. I feel very unique for doing that task, and I like doing things that are different from other players. Another favorite task was completing 50 hunter rumors. So I didn't do any hunter rumors before in the main game ever, and I really enjoy it. I never did Varlamore content before, like I said, and with Woodman Relics, the hunter was super fast and super enjoyable. I didn't fail any traps, so it was very nice to train the skill. And I spent entire 2 days or even a couple of more just doing this task, and I even ended with 80 million hunter XP from the rumors, and I was getting to the first page of the high score. I think it was very big for me, and it was highlight of the league experience for me. I really enjoy doing the hunter rumors. And one more task that I really liked, it was just going to the Lizard Shaman and doing the headband emote. I think it would be nice to have more tasks that make you go somewhere and do some silly stuff in the game and visiting places that are unique. There's something special there, prepare for the players, but normally we would not go there. I really enjoy going to the Lizard Shaman and doing the headbang. And there is always question how to improve the task system. So what I would like to see is more tasks that are like produce X amount of items. Not kill the monster, but produce the X amount of items. So things like mine specific ores, cook unusual food, craft some special bolts. I think the skilling is really big part of RuneScape, and it might be boring for some players, but I really enjoy that. There is a lot of content in the game that the task didn't touch, like doing agility courses, like in the CERS or RD. There is just do one lap and that is all. There is a lot of potions in the games, and there is not many tasks required to do them. There is entire woodland area in Kandarin, but I think I visit just once to get my spotter cape. We have entire construction skills where you build a lot of different stuff, and there is just handful of tasks to do related to the construction. I think a good improvement would be like there are more tasks that require to explore wider range of the game content. I think this would improve the task system. And now Relics. So the Relics were highlight of the league for me. I followed all the daily reveals, the discussions, theory crafting, and I really like how Relics are affecting multiple skills. It made the decision making much more interesting this league. So my Relic choice were for the first tier I took the Barbarian Gatherer. I picked it mainly for the novelty, like punching trees and rocks, just sounds like fun. The extra storage was a nice bonus, so I could skilling without going to the bank too often. I felt like Endless Harvest was simplifying the game too much. It was too big AFK training for me. And I was not in a good mood for Abundance. I did not like how it enhanced the game, or rather I didn't feel like it enhanced the game too much. And I had Equilibrium last league, and I was not impressed by it. For the tier 2, I took the Woodsman. I hate failing hunter traps, so it was easy choice for me. It removed something I didn't enjoy. It also looked like going against the meta, because most people, I think, preferred hot food, and I didn't want to enhance my cooking ability. I found it not very important skills, so I took the Hunter Relic and Woodsman. For the tier 3, I took the map. I feel like it is underrated relic in my opinion. Like Neft report that could create new interesting gameplay roads. It reminded me of the Fairy Flight from the previous league, and I was content with it. I found a couple of interesting teleports during the league that I was using very often. I think having the usual teleports but thematic ties to some stuff in game, like it was farming before, now it is agility. It was really highlight of the league for me. I think it was my most favorite relic this league. Then tier 4 I took the Butler. I am mixed about this one. I like the idea of getting passive resources, so I would not have to mine a lot of rocks, but it gave too much XP. I just found out that I can get 99 smithing, 99 crafting, 99 fletching just from loot around without doing the skills at all. I dislike that. I hope this relic will fix my issues with gathering resources, but it almost entirely removed some skills from the game from me. I didn't enjoy that. I think an improvement version of this relic would be if it would still give resources to process myself, but instead of giving you XP, it would give you bonus XP for processing the resources yourself. So there would be actual reason to do some of the skills. For tier 5, I took Thieving Relic. Like I said, I don't like the failing of the Thieving skill. I picked it instantly when I heard about it. Removing failure from the Thieving made the skill actually playable for me. I enjoy doing farming runs. I wanted to grind some prior, and I also wanted to do some rune crafting, so other relics didn't really play well for me. Tier 6 was Slayer Relic. I like that it enhanced Slayer without removing completely the skill from the game. There is still the loop that you have to do to get the task and complete them. And I think that is how the relic that improve the skills should work. I didn't pick the book because I don't find it interesting to unlock all the priors or all the spells. I am like 99% of time using the normal spell book and normal priors, so I didn't find them very interesting. Eternal Substance did not feel appealing. I never was afraid of running out of food for anything. I didn't remember running out of food in previous league. I didn't run out of food this league also. I had more than enough that I wanted. And I didn't expect that I will be doing so much more bossing that I would need that never-ending food. And that is why I took the Slayer Relic that also gave the combat bonus. For tier 7, I reloaded into clues. I didn't felt like the flow state enhanced the gameplay in a good way. It just make processing stuff faster, and I didn't find it like a meaningful change for the game. And at that point, I had my build done. I didn't felt like I'm missing anything, and I just felt like just doing clues would give me some additional points if I wanted them. So that is why I took the reloaded clues. As being almost the last tier of the relics, I didn't feel like it is a big pick for me, and I didn't feel like big power up from picking this tier. For tier 8, I took a minion. So this relic really fits with my AFK approach to the game. But that said, I don't really like the auto pickup mechanic. I use it, but I prefer if it had different design, so I could pick my own loot and I could pick what I want. I think it will give more meaningful to finding good loot when you pick it yourself instead of it just appearing in your backpack with all the trash that you have from the killing. I think even the loot mechanics from RuneScape 3, where you just get a window where you pick what you want to pick from the ground, would be bigger improvements for the relic. I was somehow underwhelmed by the minion in the single combat areas. I think in part because I was doing crossbow build with a lot of hit spots already on the monsters, so I couldn't really see what the minion is doing, and the animation of the minion is also not very big. In the multi-combat area, it was better. When I was fighting ice giants or abyssal demons or jellies, I really could see that the minion is doing damage, and it was very satisfying. I think I would enjoy it more if the animation was more meaningful for single combat, because even when I was fighting the bosses in the wilderness, I couldn't somehow feel that the minion is doing anything. I think overall the Relic's design was amazing. My main issue is that Combat Relic was at the final tier. It just pushes doing combat late into the game. Even if I am not a big combat guy, I really felt like I didn't need to do them, or I shouldn't even do the combat at the start of the game when I don't have my minion relic. The best part of the relics was that it was like combining different skills into one relic and it was really enjoyable with picking the relic and enhancing the gameplay. Quickly about the regions I pick. So I pick regions based on 3 criteria, I think. First one was the skinning method available there, then how many other players are picking the region, and also how often I pick the regions before in my previous leagues. So my first region I picked was Wilderness. It is easy point at the start. I'm not a PVM guy, but this region is giving all the PVM content that I will ever want to do in the league. Even more than enough. Then my second region was Current. I picked it mainly because of rune crafting. I wanted to get a maxed rune crafting level, and I really enjoy brute rune crafting, and I know that without any relics that improve the rune crafting, I would also enjoy it anyway. And my last region was Kandarin. I picked it because it felt a bit of nostalgic. I didn't pick it last league, and last league it was picked by the least amount of people, I think, and I think that is why I wanted to try it. I didn't expect it to be so well received by other players this league, and it was picked by a lot of other players too. My issue with the regions is that the region 3 and 4, I think it was unlocked too fast, really. I didn't felt like I need to unlock them, or I am running out of tasks to do, and unlocking them didn't feel like super meaningful for me. Also, another issue with unlocking new regions is that when you get the tasks that are worth 10 points there, it just really felt like it is not worth doing them. And I play League to do the tasks, but when they give 10 points, it is really not feeling good. So what improvements I would see for the next League is that maybe that the regions should be unlocked later or require more points. And maybe the more regions you unlock, the more points you get for the lowest tasks. So let's say instead of 10 points, you always get 30 points for region 3, and for region 4, you will always get a minimum 60 points. Another issue with the task is that a lot of content in the Kandarin Current was not explored. I think the tasks there were very limited. I think there should be more tasks that require exploring the regions. Maybe something like cast 50 Crumble Undead spells in a Wizard Guild basement, or maybe fill track of coal in Ceres, or maybe kill 50 sand crabs, or kill every different type of monster in Kandarin current dungeon. I think this would improve these regions that I picked. Demonic Pacts were the big new thing for the league, and I am not PVM focused player, and a lot of pact related content felt above my skill level or require more attention that I was happy to give. And because of that, the demonic pacts were like mostly side feature for me. I tried a crossbow build from the wilderness boss, and it was big fun. I enjoyed killing wildy bosses with 2 or 3 hits. I was afraid that slow attacks would feel very bad. However, I really enjoy it, to the point that I would like to see very slow, powerful weapon into main game that I could use for Slayer. Because killing Slayer monsters in 2-3 hits was feeling very great. Even if the problem I had with the task is that they started very slowly, and because it is better to do combat after unlocking all lyrics, I did not explore the pacts until like second part of my league experience. And doing the combat task to unlock pacts was feeling bad, because I felt I am limited with my choices. Really, there is no choice in the system, I would feel, as I had to do all the tasks or almost all of them, but like 70% of them felt too difficult for me. I think the improvements for the system, if combat tasks were separated from normal tasks, then there would be also more combat tasks that I could do and decide which one I want to do and which one I want to skip. In the end, I did not went for all 40 points, so I think that the current system worked a bit in the way that I didn't pick all of them and I didn't do all the tasks, I just picked what I wanted. But I would not say I enjoyed it very much. The skill tree is something new for RuneScape, I think. It is interesting, and I like checking the notes and deciding on my build, the terror crafting. The cool factor of the tree was great. However, I am not sure if I would like to see something like that in the main game. Okay, so let's sum up the video. And the first point is that the Relics design was amazing, a big improvement over previous leaks. Relics unlock speed was very good and I think very well balanced. The combat relics being class discourage PVM for me. The task should include more skilling based repetitive goals and exploring regions that you unlock. I think regions unlocks should feel more powerful, were not very accessible for me. And the crossbow build that I decided to do was feeling very powerful and I really enjoy it. I think my biggest issue is lack of more interesting skilling tasks. Overall, I think this was the greatest league so far, and I would give it like 8 of 10. I really like playing leagues. If the next skill in the game was about doing tasks, I would green it 99 straight from the release. It is a shame for me that the artisan skill didn't make it to the game in the past. I would really like to see something like that in the main game. And I think that is all from me, and I am just waiting now for the next league.